So let's take a look at teaching abroad. The website teachingabroaddirect.co.uk, which indicates that they are a UK-based agency with headquarters in London, England. So this is the homepage. Again, another nice interface. You can check the jobs by consonant and by subject through the homepage. Some featured jobs. Some reasons why you might want to work in the international sector. They also specialize in Tefl jobs, as you can see. So the core market inevitably is UK teachers, and they've got a nice blog which we'll come to. But let's go to the core first, teaching jobs. Now they have quite an impressive database of available jobs. Now, with the quick search for Dubai, China, Singapore, Qatar, and Abu Dhabi, that would indicate where their core market is, which is obviously the Middle East and the Far East. But they also have other jobs in other parts of the world. So, for example, here we have one in Germany and the Cayman Islands. But as you can see, the core market is essentially the Middle East. Quite a lot of jobs in Qatar. Actually, more jobs in Qatar than on many of the other websites. Interestingly, it goes up to 34 pages. So looks like quite an impressive database with teaching abroad. Now, there's some good sorting drop-down boxes where you can do by subject. You can choose a good, nice little specialized SEN category. Let's have a look what's happening in history. So globally. So a few history jobs. It's worth noting that there are jobs available in the United Kingdom in international schools, or in this case, a French school, French bilingual school. We have jobs in Vietnam, Kuwait, etc. for history teachers. And if you were to click on it, you have information about the job. Lots of information. When the job starts, by end date, it's the advertisement. And you can apply for the job quite straightforward. You fill in your details, first name, surname, phone, email, and then a personal statement. And you can upload your CV, stroke resume, choose the file, fill it in, and you submit. Now, quite interestingly, there's nowhere to log in, which at first I thought, well, that's a bit odd, because most other places will store your information for future use. But of course, you're going to have to write a different supporting statement for a history teacher job in the Middle East with a different focus, perhaps, than you would if you were applying for a job in China or Argentina. So it kind of makes sense that they do it this way. Going back to the home page for teaching jobs, you can also sort here by country. You can see they offer jobs in a number of African countries that they're not all got jobs in at the moment. Now you can see the parts of the world where they are active or have been active. Big Asian and Middle East focus, as I've said. But certainly other places as well. So, and again, the sector, you can look at where they're advertising. So let's have a look at school leadership and apply the filter. Again, voluntary job in Senegal, principal job in the Middle East. Okay. Just to show you, when you go to apply, you go back to the same submitting an application. So that's pretty standard, whatever job you're applying for. And again, over here, they have the list of countries. So there's a couple of drop-down boxes. This makes it a very user-friendly interface. I find it quite straightforward to get around. There's a section on Tefl Jobs. Just take a quick look. And again, ideal kind of platform for tipping your toe into the waters of international education. If you're not a qualified teacher, you can do the 120 hours Tefl courses online, get certification, and that will qualify you for a lot of these jobs. It's a good way to get in, particularly in the Far East, where there is a real proliferation of schools in places like China and India. So you may get an English teacher's job with a Tefl certification, albeit one would hope that the more established international schools would look for teachers with certification, BEd or PGCE. But the reality, I'm afraid, is that there are jobs out there where you may get them without being as qualified as you possibly should be. The hiring section is for schools. Again, Teach Abroad is free for teachers, so you can apply at no cost, and then the cost will be passed on to the schools once they make a recruitment. Now, I like the blog. There's a lot of blog posts, and they're up to date. The dates aren't here on the pages, but they are up to date. And you can see they're all written by Andrew Lynch. So fair play, Andrew. You've been a busy man. And there's a lot of information. So there you go. It's nice to got the salary guides, and it draws comparisons with the salary guides with other countries, perhaps in the region. So for Vietnam, you can see, you can click down for the bits you might be interested in. And you can see the salary, and it's also there in pounds. Bear in mind, of course, as Andrew points out, the cost of living in Vietnam is considerably less than the United Kingdom, Dubai, Abu Dhabi, or Singapore, and even Thailand, where the salary may be potentially double for a main scale teacher. And also you need to take a look at the tax brackets to see how much of your income ends up in the tax coffers of the government for which you're paying your tax to. Let's look at this one. As I work in China, it's quite interesting. I'd agree that there are incredibly well-paid jobs in China at every level. And it's a wonderful place to travel, and you tend to get all your benefits come with it. Again, with tax, I don't pay a lot of tax, and I'm a senior leader. Great thing about being a British teacher is you don't have to pay tax back home either. You can be tax exempt, but you probably need to see a specialist about that. It's probably worth making NI contributions. Now, the cons of China: pollution, cultural differences. Hey, I've worked in sub-Saharan Africa, in Europe, not just in England, I worked in France, and I'm China. Yeah, there are cultural differences, but embrace it. People are people, and it's wonderful for traveling, and it's a great jump-off point for Southeast Asia as well. You can be virtually anywhere in Southeast Asia in less than 5 hours. So it's not a reason to take a job in the international sector, but, you know, the perks are good. So that's Teaching Abroad. Good website. I've never used them, so I can't possibly speak about their after application processes. So please leave comments in the comment box if you've used Teaching Abroad. How efficient were they? How helpful were they? Did they help you and support you through the onboarding process, or did they just put you in the hands of the school? Also, please like the video if you found it informative or in any way helpful, and subscribe to my channel so that you will get future notifications of any uploads through the YouTube notification system.